week. Someone's dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone's found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. Have you heard the news? What did it say? Who's won that race? What's the weather like today? It's Good News Week. Lots of blood in Asia now. They butchered up the sacred cow. They've got a lot to eat. It's Good News Week. Doctors finding many ways of wrapping brains in metal trays to keep us from the heat.
Alrighty then. So we got this bill HR 666. 6. Gotta add another 6 in there, you know. I was thinking about that ho-ho thing, and when that guy calculated how close Satan is to quoting Jesus exactly, it was like 33.3% off or something like that. And that ho-ho thing is just 1/3 off. It's just funny. It's just leaving that. It's just showing that there are signs out there to just kind of show you. It's kind of like how in the Book of Mark, when the Catholics took out all the verses they didn't like out of the Book of Mark. Well, they whittled down the Book of Mark of the Beast, down to 666 verses, is what the Catholics ended up doing. Because, they were trying to rule the one true religion and wouldn't get the truth out, and King James made the right Bible. They had no choice at that point other than to just make new copies of the Bible because the truth got out there. Now, the swine flu, the COVID, these are from all the state policing bills that we're seeing being used right now were set up during the swine flu. You remember the swine flu, the one that Obama kept in lock and key? He didn't want to destroy it. He wanted to keep it to use later. And that's where COVID-19 came from, was just someone creating COVID-19. And that's just the way it is, man. It's just these things are coded in the mark and the beast. You can number the man, 666. You can number him. You will know, you don't know the day, but you will know the season when those trumpets will blast. And I'm telling you, the weather's climate is showing. It's showing for sure. This economy is wrecked. I always wondered, what would you do if you actually implemented like the year of Jubilee, where you wiped out all debt every 70 years? What would happen? Any economists out there, let me know. Let me know. HR 6666, the contact tracing bill. The big brother follow you around and make sure that they know whoever you talk to, Bill. That's what it is. It's America's Skynet. China had Skynet. Well, Terminator had Skynet. China actually created Skynet. It's one of their tracking things. And then they got their cell phone company that everybody's concerned about, Yahweh. That sounds familiar, Yahweh. Is that the name of God? That's the name of God, right? Yeah, these technocrats are just completely insane. They're insane. They want your power. They do. They really want your power. That's why they have words like contact tracing. It's all spells. There's, spelling is just spells you put on people. We're all controlled by words. That's why we're all controlled by words. Because why? Because words are frequencies. And you hear them, they influence you. Just like how God spoke everything into existence, everything is held together by God's word, by those frequencies. You can say I'm crazy. I know scientists think they know everything. They quantify everything and add it up. So you got to put a number on it so I know, and you don't. But you know what? You don't know. Professing yourself to be wise, he became a fool. And you think he became from, most likely, if you're a scientist out there, you probably think he came from some sort of soup. Some sort of primordial soup. Or a rock, Anyway, enough about that. These frequencies mess you up. America had Project Bizarre, which was a frequency thing. They could instill 7 different emotions in a person just by using different frequencies. China has come out and said that they can do this. They can zap people or whatever. These towers, they have way more power going to them than they need, I believe. I mean, you need 1 watt of power to just transmit around the world if you do it right. But, I mean, these things have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of watts being pumped through them. Now I have a 5G satellite right out front of my house. This is one of those streetlight ones, and you can look them up. And they've gotten, they look pretty good, and they're pretty small. But I found a company that made mine. What did I type? 5G. So they got these street lights, and they're kind of more synced together now. They got them cleaned up a little bit, and they're like LEDs. But they're going to put them up everywhere. They don't have to turn them on right away. They don't. They could wait a year or two and then just flip them on. But anyway, even if all this is bullshit, like, those frequencies are bad for you. The 5G is not, it has nothing to do with the frequency. Well, it does, but the 5G itself is just 5th generation. It's just the fourth generation. This is the 5th generation. They use like sub gigahertz frequencies, man. They can really not do too well to you. So you're not supposed to go that low. Like, you're supposed to, like, 800 megahertz is like cell phone, and that's very illegal to be transmitting in that sort of. I don't know a lot about it. I know a little bit about, dipole antennas and circular polarized antennas and high band, low band. I know a little bit about that crap, but it's not good for you. I think the government knows a little bit more about it, and they've done the test, they've done the Project Bazaar, and they've done all these other studies. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting this chip. The 202666. They say beware of Satan's devices, right? Of Satan's devices. Well, what devices would he be talking about? I think, Satan, he's a liar, so beware of liars. We're all liars. So what devices would the Bible be warning us of to beware of? It didn't say, I don't know, maybe it did, but I don't remember saying not to ever use those devices. Beware of Satan's devices. Beware of Satan's iPad and Androids. I like Androids better anyway. I don't use that Apple stuff. They say it's better, but Android is a lot cheaper because it uses Linux, I think, and it's more open source. More people can write apps for it. It's not as proprietary. Anyway, enough about that. Beware of Satan's devices, because he will use them against you. He will set up HR 6666 to use those devices against you. Those are his devices. These are his. This has how many million transistors in it? This seems like out of this world that I can pick this up and call someone on the other side of the globe. As affordable as it is, me being as poor as I am, I'm still able to do that. Who decided that I needed this? Someone decided that I really needed this for me to be able to just afford it. I just bought my first computer. It took me forever to save up for that. But I've had like probably freaking 12 cell phones. And they're cheap. And this phone is like the most powerful thing I had until I got a computer. Millions of transistors in there. How do you do that? That stuff always baffled me. And I think this has 10.8 million transistors in it. Just in the processor, which is about as big as my finger. Like that. And these things are schematics. These are like schematicized. It's just not like a layer of happen chance transistors that they make into silicone. It is pathed and wired. And there's this guy on YouTube that does like microscope stuff, whatever. And I was curious about this. So I was like, I wonder if he ever broke a CPU part. He did. It's cool, and it looks like freaking Tron in there. It does, man. It looks weird inside of those CPUs, out of this world. But someone decided that I needed this device. I'm sure it was Satan. I'm trying to be aware of it, but I'm not. I mean, honestly, I was using it so much that my hand started to hurt, and it's from the EMFs, the electromagnetic field, and like all in the back of here, I got it all lined up with foil. So I get pretty shitty reception, but you know what? I haven't stopped using it any less, and my hand stopped hurting. Isn't that odd? And it literally was just like right here, right where I hold my phone, always in my left hand, like that. And it was hurting like hell. My dad had experienced the hum, and these things will drive you insane. You know, and it's not like you're crazy, it's just that you always hear it. It's like, if you haven't heard of the hum, it is like people just happen to start hearing this hum, and they don't know what it is. It's called the hum, and there's websites you can go to. I was reporting it for my dad. I mean, he went so crazy, he hopped on the Harley and drove as far as he could. He's like, I just drove until I stopped hearing it, and then I camped there for a couple of days. I mean, that's how bad it was for him, and that's how bad it could be for you too. You know, if you allow these people to just use your devices against you, use his device against you, beware. It's not even mine. This is his device. But anyway, enough about, you know, fear-mongering. You know, life is good. You got air in your lungs. I'm happy as can be. Let's just keep doing us, you know, and I can't believe how things are at work. It's just been driving me crazy. It's so slow. It's slow. I literally had a mental breakdown. I didn't even need high band frequencies to freaking make me go crazy. I just needed to someone to kill my purpose in life. But anyway, yeah, that's enough. HR 666, and I guess I'll just put this on the screen. I don't know what you guys looking straight at me, because it's weird. Stop looking at me. Please don't subscribe to my channel. Leave me a thumbs down and a nasty comment below. Appreciate it.